Hello everyone, this is a series with regard to the maps of the world. We will be covering all the areas जिसके अंदर आपको क्योंकि पता है कि यूपीएससी के अंदर मैपिंग का कितना इम्पोर्टेंस है. You get 1 or 2 questions every year based on maps. You can even get more questions depending upon the लोकेशंस दैट हैव बीन इन न्यूज़. तो इसलिए जो मैप का पोर्शन है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है. सो इस पूरी सीरीज के थ्रू वी विल बी कवरिंग द डिफरेंट एरियाज और द components of the map of the world map and the maps of India also. Initially, we will be starting with the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, as these areas have been in news, and you all know that these areas, they are very important from the exam perspective. In the next series, we will be taking up the map from the Black Sea region, the Caspian Sea region, the North Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and how these are connected and the importance of the Black Seas. So in today's series, we will be covering Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. So let's start with the topic. जैसे कि आप इस मैप में देख पा रहे हो, I have marked all the important maps. Okay, so in this I have marked Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. Okay, from here you will get an idea कि आपस में ये सब किस तरीके से connected हैं. Like you can see over here, this is the Persian Gulf that we will be studying today. This is the Red Sea, which we will be covering, and this is the Mediterranean Sea. And above over here are the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. And the importance of the region of Black Sea, आपको पता है बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है इस year के लिए because of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which we will be covering in the subsequent. So let's start first from the Red Sea region. As you can see in this map, this region clearly shows the Red Sea also and the Persian Gulf also. But we will be starting first with the Red Sea. Okay, so in this map, I have marked all the important things that you need to know from the exam perspective. One, the countries which are bordering this region, that is the Red Sea, all the important gulfs जो यहाँ पर situated है, जैसे कि Gulf of Suez, Gulf of Aqaba जो अभी हम देखने वाले हैं, and plus this बेब एल मेंडेब, गल्फ ऑफ एडन, ठीक है, जो कनेक्ट करती हैं रेड सी को किस तरीके से गल्फ ऑफ एडन के साथ एंड सब्सिक्वेंटली टू द इंडियन ओशन. ठीक है, लाइक यू कैन सी ओवर हियर द नदर्न पोर्शन ऑफ द रेड सी, जो नदर्न पोर्शन है रेड सी का, दैट इज दिस रीजन. ठीक है, इट इज बाइफर्केटेड बाय द सिनाई पेनिनसुला इनटू 2 गल्फ्स, दैट इज द गल्फ ऑफ स्यूज एंड द गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा. ठीक है, अब जो स्यूज है, ये जो सिनाई पेनिनसुला है, ये किसका पार्ट है? इट इज द पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री विच इज कॉल्ड एज इजिप्ट. ठीक है, ये इजिप्ट का पार्ट है और एक साइड पे इसके गल्फ ऑफ स्यूज है जो कि कनेक्टेड है अगेन टू द मेडिटेरियन सी. हमने यहाँ पर एक आर्टिफिशियल कैनाल जो है वो बना के रखी है विच इज कॉल्ड एज द स्यूज कैनाल. ठीक है, जो हमें कनेक्ट करती है रेड सी को मेडिटेरियन सी के साथ. ठीक है, जब हम मेडिटेरियन सी करेंगे तो वी विल अगेन रिवाइज द रूट जो रेड सी से होके मेडिटेरियन सी तक जाता है और किस तरीके से मेडिटेरियन सी जो है वो ब्लैक सी के साथ कनेक्टेड है. व्हेन वी विल बी स्टडिंग अबाउट ब्लैक सी एंड द इशू व्हाई रशिया इज एम्फसाइजिंग टू मच ऑन conflict with यूक्रेन. ठीक है, तो वो पूरा टॉपिक तब हम कवर करेंगे. Today we will be covering about the Red Sea region and all the important areas in this region so that आप हर उस क्वेश्चन को cater कर सको. नाउ गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा जो है, ठीक है, आप इस साइड पे देख सकते हो, दूसरी साइड पे सिनाई पेनिनसुला के यहाँ पर आपको गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा जो है वो देखने को मिलेगी. दिस इज द गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा. अब जो ये गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा है, इफ आई जूम इट अ बिट यू कैन सी कि जो गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा है उसको कौन कौन सी कंट्रीज जो है वो टच कर रही हैं. दैट इज जॉर्डन फ्रॉम द टॉप, देन दिस टिप, ये जो टिप है ये किसकी है? दिस टिप इट इज ऑफ इजराइल. ठीक है, यहाँ पर सिमिलरली दिस इज द टिप ऑफ जॉर्डन एंड यहाँ से आपका कौन सा आ जाएगा? सऊदी अरेबिया. ठीक है, तो ये सब जो है, और इस साइड से इजिप्ट ऑल्सो, दे आर बॉर्डरिंग दी गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा. ठीक है, तो 4 कंट्रीज हैं जो गल्फ ऑफ अकाबा को टच कर रही हैं. ओके, सो like you can see Jordan, Israel, Egypt, and the Saudi Arabia. ठीक है, now let's see what are the countries that are bordering the Red Sea. Okay, so I've marked all the 6 countries that are bordering Red Sea. ठीक है, और numbers भी किए हुए हैं इसके ऊपर for easy easy like accessibility to this. So आप देख सकते हो कि इजिप्ट जो है वो उसको बॉर्डर कर रहा है. अगर आप यहाँ पे नॉर्थ और वेस्टर्न रीजन के अंदर देखोगे तो यू विल फाइंड इजिप्ट इज बॉर्डरिंग इट. देन सुडान, एरिट्रिया एंड जिबूती. 2, 3 and 4. 2 number is for Sudan. Then 3 number is for Eritrea and 4th is for Djibouti. They are bordering the Red Sea from the western region. ठीक है, और नदर्न और वेस्टर्न रीजन से ऊपर की तरफ से कौन सी कंट्री उसको बॉर्डर करी है, दैट इज इजिप्ट. नाउ देयर आर 2 countries ऑन द ईस्ट. इफ यू कैन सी द 5th number is given to Yemen and the 6th number is given to Saudi Arabia. ओके, सो दीज आर द 6 countries दैट आर बॉर्डरिंग रेड सी. अगर अब आपको क्वेश्चन आ जाता है तो आप इसके बेसिस के ऊपर इजीली सॉल्व कर सकते हो व्हाट आर द 6 countries दैट आर बॉर्डरिंग द रेड सी. ठीक है, 4 countries जो है उसको ऑलमोस्ट वेस्टर्न रीजन और थोड़ा सा नदर्न पे जाए तो इजिप्ट जो है वो बॉर्डर कर रहा है. सिमिलरली ऑन द ईस्टर्न रीजन देयर इज सऊदी अरेबिया एंड यमन. नाउ देयर इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्मॉल पॉइंट लोकेटेड जो कनेक्ट करता है रेड सी को गल्फ ऑफ एडन के साथ. ठीक है, तो वो कौन सा पॉइंट है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज बेब एल मेंडेब. एज आई हैव zoomed ओवर हियर, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज, जहां पर ये एरो आप देख पा रहे हो, दिस इज द बेब एल मेंडेब. ठीक है, ये बेब एल मेंडेब है. Okay, now it connects this Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and ultimately connects it to the Indian Ocean. ठीक है, now Gulf of Aden, it is located between, as you can see, the 2 countries between which Gulf of Aden is located, it is Yemen and Somalia. Clear? So these were the important points with regard to Red Sea. Now I have also placed a satellite view of the region of Bab el Mandeb, Strait of Bab el Mandeb. As you can see, the satellite view, it is clearly showing you that it is located between Djibouti and Yemen. I am emphasizing on this point क्योंकि बहुत सारे students जो हैं वो confusion करते हैं between Bab el Mandeb and Strait of Hormuz. That is why I have deliberately kept the map of Red Sea and the Persian Gulf simultaneously, because there is a very high probability of confusing. जो वेस्ट एशिया की कंट्रीज हैं उनको बहुत सारे लोग जो है वो रेड सी की कंट्रीज को पर्शियन गल्फ की कंट्रीज के साथ कंफ्यूज करते हैं. एंड द मोस्ट कंफ्यूजिंग एस्पेक्ट ओवर हियर इज स्ट्रेट ऑफ बेब एल मेंडेब एंड द स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मूज. ओके, see, Yemen as a country was also in news recently because some Houthi rebels, they actually attacked on the airbase of Yemen. That is why Yemen it came in news. So there could be a possibility that based upon the location of Yemen, they can ask you about Bab el Mandeb, that it is situated between which 2 countries. Similarly, they can give you certain other straits also, like they can also give you Strait of Hormuz. It could be a one-liner question or it could be a match the following question. So you have to handle the question accordingly. Okay, if you know the exact location, you can easily solve the question. Okay, and this has been actually a region of focus by UPSC in the past years also. Okay, so the next region that we will be seeing is the Persian Gulf. As you can see in the map, I have again marked all the countries of the Persian Gulf. Okay, like first country over here is Iraq, the second country is Kuwait, the third country is Saudi Arabia, the fourth country is Bahrain, then it is Qatar, then UAE, then Oman. See, I have written 7 twice. ठीक है, 7 नंबर को मैंने 2 बार लिखा है. I've written it deliberately because most of the students when they see Strait of Hormuz they confuse कि it is located between United Arab Emirates and Iran. But this is not the case because the tip in this region where I've marked 7, if you can see the color contrast also mentioned in the map, it is yellow. So it is pertaining towards Oman. Okay, so Oman is a tip territory of Oman. It is located at the tip of UAE. That is why the Strait of Hormuz, this is a very strategically important area. Strait of Hormuz is a very strategically important area because major, Persian Gulf is the region of many oil fields. So many tankers or many ships, they pass through this region. So this is strategically very important. Choking of this point can actually hit the oil supply in the region. Okay. So now Strait of Hormuz is located between Oman and Iran. Okay, and the eighth country over here, it is Iran, as you can see. Okay, now the how this actually the Persian Gulf, it was formed. It was formed because of the subduction of the Arabian plate under this Zagros mountains. Okay, that led to the formation of the Persian Gulf, and so many oil fields were created over here. Okay, and the biggest, world's largest oil field, it is located in, it is the Sapphire Oil Fields, and it is located in Saudi Arabia, just below Kuwait, in this region where I've marked this circle. This is the place where the Sapphire oil fields, they are located. Okay. Now this region is also ecologically very, very important because lots of coral species, they're actually found here. Okay, so it is also ecologically important, and because of the frequent oil spills, so many coral reefs, they get destroyed in the region of the Persian Gulf. Okay, so now you know all the important countries. There are 8 countries that border the Persian Gulf. Okay, now again, one place from this region was in news, that is Dubai, because it is building the world's largest and tallest observation wheel, that is the Ain Dubai. Okay, it is being constructed in Dubai, which is located in United Arab Emirates. Okay, now the Persian Gulf, it is connected to the Gulf of Oman through the strait, which is called as the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, and it is located between Iran, this Persian Gulf, it is located between Iran, as you can see, the yellow portion in this, and the Arabian Peninsula. Okay, so this was all about the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea, and these are the important things that you need to know with respect to the map of the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea. There are 8 countries that border the Persian Gulf, and there are 6 countries that border the Red Sea. And the Red Sea, it has two very important gulfs, that is the Gulf of Aqaba and the Gulf of Suez. So I'm revising these things so that it gets ingrained in your memory.